Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful morning so far. I just wanted to share this with you, which is a couple days ago on the 28th. That makes 5 years of sobriety. If I could do it, I was absolutely hopeless. Then you could do it too if you're struggling. What worked for me is baby steps, cleaning up everything in my life, avoiding toxic people, toxic food, toxic thought patterns, all of that stuff, implanting new ones by repetition. The thoughts that compel the beliefs that underlie all of the actions in our lives, we can change it. It's amazing. Actually, it takes a little bit of work, but everything in life, I find, for me, if I put work into a thing, actual work, because I've kind of loafed through my entire existence, but life, I find, for me, is you gotta put actual work into it on a daily basis to make your life good. If I want an interesting life, I've got to be interesting. I actually have to put some work into finding some interesting things to do and some interesting things to put up here to ruminate on. There's a lot of things that it's easy to fixate on in this world. It's like, for instance, if you have like a big, beautiful house and you can choose to spend your time anywhere you want in your big, beautiful house. But when you're in the kind of stinking thinking, when you're watching just doom porn and all of this stuff about all the goings on in the world and listening to music with toxic themes to it and all of that, it's like you're in your big, beautiful house, but you're spending all of your time in the dirtiest part of like the furnace room. That's it. And there's so much more that life has to offer. I find it's a daily struggle. Nothing's easy, but I mean, it's easier. I've got my sanity back, which is I've got my self-worth back. I don't know if I ever had it really. I feel like I have put myself through enough. Like growing up, I had such a guilt complex from being told I'm a sinner and all of this stuff that I'm dirty, but God's gonna make me this and that, but I'm dirty, and just kind of growing up feeling guilty about just being a normal human being and having normal operating, normal means of operating, but feeling like always like I was kind of bad or whatever. And I don't feel like that anymore. Don't go through my route though. My route was putting myself through so much torture in my life. Everything I did, it was all self-inflicted really. But I feel absolved of any sins. I feel guiltless for the most part, even though I've done so much bad stuff in the past, or irresponsible stuff. And it's hurt people, and I don't feel great about that, but I'm not beating myself up about it anymore because it's this thing called life. It's the first time I've ever done it. It's a little tricky. I might have done it some other times, but I don't remember crap about it. In fact, I think I used to be a Japanese woman in a former life. I don't know that, but it very well could have been. I don't remember crap though. So give yourself a break, or do whatever you want. But I've improved in life. My quality of life has gotten so much better, mainly from treating myself like a friend rather than, like an abusive relationship with myself is really what I had for the longest time. I'd look in the mirror and be like, you son of a bitch, I can't believe you did this to me again. But making those little small promises and keeping them to myself, being in integrity with myself, because I could never trust myself in the past to do the things that I told myself that I was going to do. I still struggle with it, but my struggles, thank God for my struggles today, which are, dealing with eating a little extra, food or some sweets or something like that. That's what I struggle with, or being a little less productive than normal. But I've gone in the last 5 years from being homeless on the street, having nothing, standing outside of 5 years ago, I was standing outside of yet another treatment center that I'd been kicked out of. And with nothing, today I am financially secure. more secure than I've ever been in my entire life times a lot, which is a blessing. But what is more of a blessing than that is a peace that I have and a degree of happiness and peace that I have on a daily basis. Really, nothing can beat that. So it's, for me, making those the daily, making sure I'm doing my daily self-care stuff, getting out, getting my son on, getting contact with the earth in some way, putting myself into some water, getting out into nature, getting my body moving, and treating myself like I'm my own kid or something, and giving myself a break when I screw up, embracing all things as a necessary step on my path to growth and destiny and all of that stuff. No random terribleness. I can't deal with that as well as I can deal with, this is a challenge from the universe, from God, the creator, to get me to the next level of where I need to be. So everything that comes, the flat tire, the every bad thing, and there's been some pretty significant things, but what I find is, for the most part, things are about as big as I allow them to be. Some things are kind of, when it's a physical ailment where it's just like beyond, painful or whatever, or sickness, whatever, that I, thank God, have not had to experience all of that much. But when it comes to like these mental things, I can make that as big a deal or as small a deal as possible. Like, for instance, my ex isn't letting me have access to my children for the last few years since I've been sober. I got to see him when I was a basket case whenever I wanted to, but now that I'm sober, no. So it's super ironic, hard pill to swallow, but in that situation, it's been such a catalyst for growth. I don't know that I would have come as far as I have without that terrible thing happening in my life, and I embrace the situation. So no matter what it is, it can't get any worse as far as that's concerned. But I have a lot to look forward to. It has forced me to grow into the type of person to be okay with anything that comes my way, and to be able to be strong no matter what happens. I don't know about anything, but a lot more resilient than I've ever been in my life. So with that said, embrace everything, not deny it, not accept it, but embrace it. Say, I love it. I'm going to take this problem and make it into my propeller. I'm going to take this challenge and turn it into my championship. I am going to take this stumbling block and turn it into my stepping stone, because my obstacles are my opportunities. And I don't wish for things to go as I would have them go. I wish for things to go as they actually will go. And my job is only to soak up all of the experience points that get me to the next level of who I am to be in this, whatever the hell is going on in this world. But anyway, 5 years, it's such a blessing. Thank you, everybody, for your support, for your friendship. And if you're hurting and you feel stuck, it really, a lot of times, it's like we're in a hole. When we're in addiction, when I was in addiction, it was like I was in a hole, but I had all these resources all around me, but I couldn't see it because I was in that hole. But just getting myself out of the norm, just giving myself a little bit of breathing room, I got to put my head above that level, change my vantage point a little bit, and it helped me to see that there is hope, and there is a world worth living in, and worth trying for. Because you're worth it, your family is worth it, your loved ones are worth it. And if you can't do it necessarily for you, I say the best present that we can give to our loved ones is by doing good for ourselves, because they want to see us doing good. And so if you still feel like, I'm not worth it or whatever, you know what, everybody around you, your loved ones are worth it. So try that angle too. So anyway, little jibber jabber done. Have a beautiful day. Love you guys. All right. Bye-bye.